On behalf of Expert Village, my name is Liz Miller from Liz's Hair Design in Hollywood, Florida, and today I'm going to teach you how to relax color-treated hair. I want to talk about relaxers in general, the kind of relaxers that are out there in the market. There are relaxers that have no lye, which is for sensitive scalp. Maybe the customer can't take a relaxer that doesn't have any lye. You want a no lye relaxer actually. If the person has a very sensitive scalp, has problems with the scalp, burns very easily, and even if you baste the scalp, she still burns, then you want no lye. But the thing is that when you do no lye on a relaxer, it might not relax the hair as well as you want it to. But it's okay, a little wave you can always work with. Okay, so let's talk about the different types of relaxers. We have relaxers that you have to mix. Maybe you buy a relaxer that has two parts, and then you buy the one in the jar. Now, even though I'm using this two-part relaxer today, and this actually is great for sensitive skin, for sensitive scalp actually, you could use the relaxers that come in the big tubs and they're already pre-mixed. They come with lye or no lye, like I said before, and you can use that kind of relaxer also. There's many of them out there in the market that are very good, and now they come with a lot of conditioners in there, and it makes the hair strong, it doesn't break off the hair. There are also relaxers out there that are like packaged like this. It comes in a liquid form, and we really don't call them relaxer. They're just what you call a treatment that straightens out the hair, but it's in liquid form, like a perm. And a lot of straight-haired clients, like I have a little wave, and the client is more like Caucasian, they might use that kind of relaxer form. I spoke about the two-part relaxers, and this is very important. When you have two-part relaxers like this, they actually take a certain kind of mixing. In the box, it brings sort of like a container like this, and it will have three types of hair that you can relax, or I should say maybe you want mild, normal, or resistant. Mild is for hair that's been maybe color treated and that's very delicate or fine hair. Normal is for hair that's maybe virgin or can take a relaxer normally every 6 weeks. And resistant is for hair that's very, very coarse and very curly at the root, where the root is really, the curl is very tight on the root. When you open it, you see the curl real tight. She has, like, as you see, waves in her curls, waves. So I'm going to go ahead and do a normal on her, even if she has color. Today I'm going to show you how to do a relaxer on color-treated hair. I will also touch base on how to apply relaxer on virgin hair or on hair that's just been not colored. And we'll go through those steps a little at a time. And my model here has color treated hair. As you see, she's waited a while to get her touch-up done, her relaxer, and that's because color treated hair takes a while to relax. You don't want to go ahead and do a relaxer right after a color, because it could actually damage or break the hair. So it needs a couple of weeks break, maybe 2 to 3 weeks, and then you can proceed to go ahead and relax your client as normal. She's got really good thick hair, but there's different types of textures that you relax. You just don't relax thick hair. You can relax hair that's fine or thick. I have to say before I continue that this should be done by a professional. Relaxers are very high and strong chemical. So a licensed beautician would be a perfect person to relax the hair. Let's go through the basics of relaxers, basically by telling you that when you're doing relaxer on hair, you should actually look through it, make sure the hair is in good condition, ready for a relaxer, even if it's not colored, even if it's virgin hair. You want to make sure that the texture is strong and that it looks good, that the hair is in good condition, it's not breaking off, and just make sure that she needs a good touch-up and where you want to apply it or how you're going to apply it, okay, and how far you're going to go to the root from the ends. So before I start my relaxer, I'm going to drape my client, and let me show you how you would drape this client. You want to make sure you protect her, because the relaxer, like I said, is a strong chemical. And you want to make sure she's well covered. You get a good towel here around her, use a plastic cape. You can put a neck strip on her neck. I'm not going to do that to this customer here, but I'm just going to cover her like this. good heavy cape just in case the relaxer drops on her. You don't want to get in on her clothes or anything like that, because relaxer also can strip off color of clothes, believe it or not. It's done it to me many times. I've been wearing something pretty and then it just drops on my clothes, and that's why I'm draped like this today. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the towel like this and pull out her hair and get her ready for this relaxer. Okay, for people who are first beginning to use relaxers and do them more, more often, they don't do it often, I want them to actually divide the hair in four, especially if you have a lot of hair like this client here. She's got a lot of hair. Try not to comb the scalp. Try not to hurt her, because if you comb the scalp, you're going to cause abrasions on the scalp and you're going to cause it to have a problem, and it's going to burn. The relaxer is going to leak on that scalp and burn her. Okay, so I'm going to divide it, like I said, in fours. And if you're more comfortable, hers just separates like this, and it's very easy for me to apply. But if you would like, what you can do is pin sections. Pin sections if you're first starting. Don't be ashamed to pin them. If you're not used to basing or doing a relaxer, you might want to break the hair up like this and pin it down. I'm not going to pin the sides. I'm going to start over here and I'm going to show you. You don't need to use a comb. You're just going to use the tip. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I'm going to apply it in the back too. I'm going to take the hair and I'm going to apply it back here like this. Okay, lifting the sides up and applying in the back of the head. And again, going on the other side of the face and applying the base really, really nicely on the ear, because you know what? Her hair is very close to her ear here, and no matter what, the relaxer is going to touch it. Now don't be afraid and don't get nervous when that happens. When the relaxer touches it, you just wipe it off. But having base will help you with this client, not to hurt her at all. Now you just proceed to do this right here, and again we go back to the section of the hair and we go ahead and keep dividing it, if you will, and bringing it out like this using the tip of the applicator. I'm going to apply the relaxer on the new growth only. I'm not going to go ahead and do any of this here in overlap. That's not called a touch-up on a relaxer, and that's what we're doing. We're doing a touch-up on a color-treated hair. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and try not to touch the scalp. You don't want to get anything on the scalp. It will eventually get on there, yes, but at the beginning when you're applying, you don't want to do that. On color-treated hair, you want to work fast. Okay, so you want to work a little fast like this. Like I said, notice it's not on the scalp. Don't get it on the scalp like that, okay? Go ahead and continue to relax the hair. I separated in 4 quarters like this because it's easier for somebody to go ahead and apply if they're not used to applying relaxers. I sometimes don't separate it, okay? And that's just the way I work, but because I've been doing hair for more than 20-something years, I even forgot. But you can go ahead and separate it, and I think it would be best if you do if you're beginning, okay? Okay, as I'm doing this relaxer here, and I'm lifting the hair, notice that when I take it, I'm applying it here, yes, and then I'm lifting it, and I'm just going like this again, without combing the hair. You don't want to comb the hair. Just use it like this, and don't comb it, okay? Later on, you're going to use the back end and the comb, and you're going to comb it. Some people apply relaxers with a brush, by the way, and they brush the hair on with a brush, and I'm not talking about a brush that you brush your hair with. It is a color brush as we use it, and we use it for also relaxers. They don't use a comb. I like to use a comb better. Now you notice I'm still applying on the roots of the hair. Please don't overlap on the hair that's been color treated. If you get a little bit on there, that's okay. That's why you have some protector, but try not to overlap on it. If it does, you wipe it off with a towel. If your hair is curly and it's down to the root, you just would apply it on the root like this. Just on the root like that if it's really, really curly. Pushing the comb just a little bit, but lifting the hair so you don't hurt it. Make sure your section is also thin. You don't want a thick section. You want a thin section so the relaxer can go ahead and penetrate through the hair and take all the way through. Or else you will have hair that is relaxed and then hair that is not relaxed. You'll have curly, wavy hair in some sections and straight in others. So you want to go ahead and take a nice section like this. Again, and do that there, push it over, take another section and do the same. I've got to the front of the hair and we're going to do the same thing. we're gonna get to the hairline now, so you have to be really, really careful not to touch the face. Okay? Still here, but don't touch the face because it's very important. But you want to pick up all the hair, so you lift up the comb and you just process the hair by doing this here and that, like that. Okay? And then going like that. So I put a little bit on the scalp, but that's okay. And going on here and going like that here. Picking up the hair a little bit. Trying not to touch the scalp. And just lifting it like that a little bit. Okay? Putting it in there. That's really important for you to do that. You almost leave that hairline for last. You don't want to leave it on early. She's got strong hair, so I decided to go ahead and apply it now before I do the other side. But you know, you might want to wait till you're done with both sides to go ahead and apply the hairline.